I'm so blushy today. I have no idea why. Okay, anyway. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yara, and today's video is actually gonna be so random. And the only reason to it is because I haven't prepared any script, any text in front of me. So that's why I kind of feel lost in my own thoughts. But I decided that this is a good idea and a good experiment for me since I was a little bit too stiff last time when filming a video. I feel like, I don't know. It's always good to train your in front of camera skills. That's exactly what I'm doing tonight. All I have is just like a little highlights of the topics that I wanted to bring up, and actually this video is going to be about things or habits that ruined my 2024 and which I'm not gonna bring into 2025. I don't know how accurate this topic is now since 2025 has started literally like almost 3 months ago, but I made this channel like a week ago. So I decided that this was also a good idea to talk about mental well-being, self-awareness, I don't know, just like self-reflecting, learning on my mistakes, and going into 2025 with a better version of myself. Before we start, I'm like looking at the background and I think it's missing something. We should light up a candle, shall we? I need a lighter. Okay, there we go. Okay, I got the we got the candle, we got the lighter. Okay, this is my candle and it smells like, I don't know, peaceful life. How do you like not burn the edges of the candle? How do the aesthetic girls do that? Oh, I think I know. You just use like the longer lighter, extended lighter. Well, I only have this. It's from Dollarama. Hashtag buy Canadian. Hey, some more. Did that even change anything? Whatever, I'm just gonna put it here. If the flowers in the back start to burn, let me know. I'm actually terrified. I was just joking, but now I'm scared. Okay, so back to the topic of the video. 2024 was a difficult year to me, to be honest. There were a lot of up and downs. It definitely taught me a lot. Like, that was a big, huge lesson of the whole 2024. First of all, I started living by myself, so that was like a big part of my life that I had to like enter, and learning stuff about people around me, about myself in the first place. I like to call it a decent year. Like, there was a lot of fun, but a lot of difficult adult things, as I like to call them. Looking back at 2024 now and thinking of what's gonna happen in 2025 makes me realize that there's a lot of things that I wanted to talk. Okay, not a lot of things, but there's definitely things that I wanted to talk about and something that like pops up in my head immediately. So let's just get started. Right, first thing I wanted to talk about is delaying or postponing something, doing a lot of research instead of actions, basically. And my YouTube channel is like the greatest example. This is something that I wanted to find a perfect answer for. For those who don't know, which is all the people here, becoming a YouTuber was like my dream job since I was 10 years old. The biggest thing that I wanted to do, and this is the biggest thing I was scared to do. Doing a lot of research and getting to know about algorithm, about what people are interested in, what kind of editing app I should use, what kind of camera I should buy. It kind of like postponed the actual process of doing YouTube. I'm just saying all about YouTube because, as I said, this is like a great example of what I'm talking about. But this could be anything. In order to do something perfectly, I was postponing that, like thinking, oh, that today's not a good day. I look bad. Today is not a good day. Like, I'm tired. I have plans, or, you know, just finding an excuse to reschedule something for tomorrow. But tomorrow ended up never happening. Well, it happened in my case, thank God, but still, you know, there's things that could have never happened. There's a lot for me to learn still related to this and related to all of the things that I wanted to talk about today, because like, you know, I didn't switch to a better person like in a second when 2025 has started. Basically, summing this all up, all I mean is don't try to postpone something that you know for sure deep down inside you can do today, and you're not doing it because most likely you're just scared, and most likely it's the thing that you truly want to do, but you keep saying to yourself that, oh, I'm gonna do it next week, or I'm gonna do it tomorrow, or I'm gonna do it when this and that. Bro, no matter what, just tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna do it. It's better to do something and then fail rather than not do it at all and then feel guilty about not doing it. And the research part about it is as important as everything that I've already said. There is like a idea, I forgot what's the name of it, but basically the idea is there is 80% action, 20% research. no matter what you're doing. So you're thinking to yourself, the more research, the more information you'll find on this topic or like on thing that you want to do, the better. It would be the perfect answer for you. It would be the perfect start for you, so you'll be aware of your surroundings. You don't have to go crazy about learning and learning and learning. You will learn a lot throughout your way of doing something. YouTube is that thing for me, the thing that I was researching about a lot, going around, stepping aside and just looking, witnessing what's going on. The moment you find yourself learning about stuff a little too long or a little too much, so it gets overwhelming, know that this is a sign for you to stop and start doing actions, like actual actions. There's no perfect moment, there's no perfect date, there's no perfect time. With that being said, we're actually switching up to a second thing that I wanted to talk about, which is one day I will, which basically means that there's gonna be a perfect time for you to do something. That would be just like a specific one low moment that will change your life completely, which, as we know, never happens. I was building this illusion in my head, thinking that things that I'm dreaming of, I would have them one day. There would be a day when I'm gonna be ready for it. Being honest, I wasn't ready at that moment thinking it at all. Again, it could be anything for you, but it's more about the fact that you are sitting here knowing damn well that you're not ready for new things coming into your life, but you're thinking of it and you like the idea of your new life, possible life, like your dream life. And you're also thinking that, oh, one day I'll have it. No. And I vividly remember doing that to myself. Again, this is all about action. As long as you do something, you're gonna be closer to your dream life. Okay, my camera just died again. What the is up with this camera? Okay, so this one day way of living would never end up anywhere, just because it's endless. You know there's gonna be tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. You know that you have time. That's why you keep thinking to yourself, oh, one day something in my life would change, something in my life would happen that it'll make me motivated enough to keep doing what I want to do. And I'm saying you not because this is like something that addressed to you, which it might, but I'm basically just talking to myself in the past. And I'm so glad that I went through this, but you know, it can't keep going. Why do I feel like I own a fucking inspirational channel with the basic cliche stuff in here? Third thing I wanted to talk about is daydreaming. And oh my gosh, I wish I could have just counted the hours that I spent on something that it's not real, something that I've daydreamed about. I know there's a disorder related to daydreaming and how people are doing that obsessively. It didn't happen to me, but I feel like I was very close to it. I was calling daydreaming a way for me to visualize my dreams. I was doing that a little bit too often, maybe. It just got to the point where it just became a source of escaping the reality. That is just a great way to avoid your real life and switch back to a perfect world whenever your brain has a free second. That is such a bad habit. And I only realized that when I watched the video of a girl, I think it was called like, watch this if you're ambitious but lazy, which I definitely am. And she was basically talking about daydreaming and the fact that the more you do it, the more distance you put between you and your dream life, which was like a crazy insight for me. The only reason why it kind of like distance us from where we want to be is because the way you imagine your dream life is the most perfect, the level 100 life, which is not gonna happen from the start. You have to start with something that you wouldn't enjoy sometimes. And daydreaming is like a perfect way of being on the top of the world, your own world, without doing anything. And I did that especially when listening to music or like doing something routine related. I don't know what to do if you're doing that way too often, so it kind of like it messes up with your real life, so it becomes a disorder basically. But for me, it's not that I completely stopped doing that, because this is such a joy. Really deep down inside I feel such enjoyment of doing this. Instead, I'm trying to remember of something that I could do just right now, or something that I could have liked in my life right now, and that's the only solution that I could find for myself. Just like remembering that this life is not real. It doesn't have anything in common with reality. You know, just wake up, remember that you are here, and whatever is around you is the only real version of your life. You don't have any other. It's not Sims that you can create a new perfect life in a second. I really recommend you guys watch this video as well because it helped me a lot. Vividly remember having my breakfast and doing my makeup before work and watching it. Okay, the next part is avoiding people. All I mean by avoiding is being completely by yourself all the time and thinking that people that you would love to spend time with will appear in your life by themselves. Trust me, it's an adult life, not like in an elementary school. You get to know people in a second and you become best friends. Sometimes you have to be the first who introduces yourself, the first to shake hands, the first to do a first step, basically. For me, the more people I have in my life, the more people I'm surrounded with, the more I'm changing in a good way. I'm the one who gets influenced very easily by people around me, and thankfully I only had good people around me recently. It might sound a little selfish, but any experience that other people could have bring to you really does matter, and it's really beneficial for you. Avoiding people and thinking that you could do it by yourself, you are your own best friend, is not gonna work all the time. Being comfortable with yourself and just yourself is as important as being around people, but don't overdo it. This is my whole point. It's safe to be by yourself, of course. You just think that people you'll enjoy spending time with would just be here. Again, one day they'll be here. No. You have to explore the world. Going after people is as important as going after your own goals. So don't isolate yourself completely. Don't think that, hey, it's me. Okay, no, I need a break. Okay, I was saying that don't ever isolate yourself from people. Don't think that being by yourself is the only right thing to do in terms of like being well. Even if you got hurt by somebody else, even if you think that your own presence is the only one which makes you feel comfortable, it's not. You still need to explore it, and there is a lot to explore. Okay, and last but not least, I forgot what it was. Oh, okay, the most cliche one. Thinking more positively. And before you turn this video off, give me a second to explain. This whole think positive and good things will happen actually work. You just need to shift your mindset a little. That's what I was like struggling with back in 2024 and still kind of am, but you know, I'm aware of it, so I'm getting better every single day. I'm hoping so. Thinking more positively really does make a slight but a difference, especially if it's something related to me directly or something that I would have think of myself if I was somebody else. You need to remember one simple thing. Nobody gives a single f***. All people care about is themselves. Moreover, you have to stop thinking negatively about other people. This has to be the new year resolution, one of them. It seems so easy but so hard at the same time, just like trying your best to think positively instead of negatively if anything happens. That is like just so weird. There's a lot of things you get uncomfortable around. There's a lot of things you can get anxious about, you know, trying to be a little more positive about things. It could make your life easier, technically, yeah. Actually, I was told not once, but like maybe 2 or 3 times by other people that if anything happens, the first thing that I notice is something bad instead of something good, which I didn't realize that I had this thing in myself, but apparently I do. Make sure that you are not gonna be the one getting yourself more anxious about something by just simply thinking negatively. I don't think I have anything else to say. That was all for today. Before starting filming this video, I had no idea that I was gonna talk about this. I've just prepared a list of things that I wanted to talk about, which I said in the beginning, and essentially I think I've mentioned everything that I wanted and everything that I've struggled with in 2024 a lot. I'm really hoping that you like this video, and I'm so beyond grateful for 11 people who have subscribed to my channel, or maybe like a little more now. Just crazy to me, according to a fact that I made this channel like a week ago, as I said, and it just feels like a family here. Truly, I'm saying thank you with all my heart, all my soul. thank you. There's a lot more to go, and I'm very grateful for your support. I'm really hoping that I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye bye.